Yeah, okay, I think it's working now. Is it working now? I think it's working now. Are we good? I think we're good. Hey everyone, happy Friday night. I am so happy to be here. I am happy that the technology is working now. That was a bit of a struggle. So just looking in the chat really quick, let me know if you can hear me okay. I think you probably can, but I just want to make sure. So looks like, oh, hey Donna. Hey Donna, how are you? Exclamation Ying, I think it is. We'll get you a link over to Donna's channel. I know she's trying to hit, I think 15,000 this year, or maybe it's 20. I can't remember. So if you haven't checked out her content, she does a live stream right before me on Friday nights. Exclamation Ying will get you a link to her channel. You can pop over, check it out, and if you like what you see, you can give her a subscribe. Okay, sounds like sound is good. So for those of you that missed it, maybe you rolled in just a little bit late. Let me just tell you, the technology was not my friend this evening at all. So I got everything set up, and then I realized as the countdown was playing, I didn't have my microphone on. And so I was like, oh no, 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 no. And I had to run to the other side of the room, get the microphone, hook it up. And just as I did that, it switched scenes. And I thought, okay, well, the microphone's plugged in now. It should be good. Wrong, wrong. Apparently, with this software, if I plug a microphone in after the application has started, you're done. You're done. So you're not going to use it. So anywho, that's that. Yeah, that's it. That's I got nothing else to say about that. If you are a content creator and you would like somebody to check out your channel at any point during the live stream, you can do exclamation selfie, and the bot will grab your channel link and automatically drop it out there for you. My moderators, those are people that have their names in blue, like Donna, they have their own commands. So exclamation Ying will be Donna's, I believe. It might be exclamation Donna. Okay, so what are we going to be working on today? Well, if you were here last week, I took a layer cake, a batik layer cake that I really loved. It took me 3.5 hours, but I did do it. I took a batik layer cake and some black, I think it was double dip black from Art Gallery Fabrics, and I just meshed them together. This is a pattern I saw a couple girls do at a retreat last year, and it's such an easy pattern to do when you just want to whip up a quilt really, really quickly, and it works with any size squares. So I took 10-inch squares for the batiks, and then I took I think it was 5-inch squares of the black, and I just snowballed opposite corners. You can go back and watch that live stream to see the whole quilt come together from start to finish in one video. I'll warn you, it's a 3.5 hour video, but I started it and finished it on a live stream. And this week, I need a bit of a reprieve because I don't want to be on for 4 hours tonight. So I decided I'm going to take all of these little extra half square triangle units that came off of the stitch and flip, and I'm going to do something with them. During the course of the week, I haven't had much time to sit and sew, but when I did sit down and sew, I just sewed a 1/4 inch away from that line that I cut. None of these are pressed, none of these are squared up, and so that's probably a good bit of what I'm going to do in the beginning of tonight's live stream. And then once I get them all pressed and squared, then I'll sew them together and we'll figure out how we're going to do that. All right, I have a special template I want to use, and I'll show you what this template is, though I'll be honest with you, I don't know if they make these. So we're going to go to the overhead camera. I think you can see everything okay. I can't see my screen. Really ought to fix that. So there we go. Yeah, you know what? Why can't I fix that? I can fix that. I can do this. And then I can do... No, I cannot, but I can pop that out. Hold on. I'm trying to see the chat and also see my camera angles. So I just need to pop this chat out so that it's going here. And then I can minimize this and I can have both right next to each other, which will make my life a whole lot easier. There we go. All right, that's going to work out a whole lot better. Sweet. I'll have to remember that for the future. Okay, so these half square triangle units, ooh, I look like I'm sitting at the kids' table. These half square triangle units are the extras from the quilt that I made last week. Sorry, I just got to fix one more thing and then we'll be rolling. Camera, effects. I really need a tech person. Like, I really need a tech person. There we go. That'll work. Okay, mouse is going away. So these half square triangle units, I want to square them up, and I want them all to be a uniform size so that I can fit them into the same quilt. So I have got this perfectly slotted trimmer. I'm going to use a smaller cutting mat that'll give a better contrast for what I'm working on so that you can see how this works. I don't know if you can still get these. I have looked and looked and looked, and I have not been able to find them. But I will show you on the ruler, you have these lines. So you have a dotted line, a shaded area, and then a solid drawn line. And that area that's shaded represents your, hold on, yeah, what do you need? Okay, my daughter's making faces at me. That shaded area that's in there represents your 1/4 inch seam allowance. And so what you're going to do is figure out what size you want your half square triangle unit to square up to. And so you're going to place that dashed line on top of your seam, and you're going to sew here and here. And so you don't have to deal with the moving it around bit. It looks like I'm going to be able to get a 3.5 inch half square triangle unit out of this one with a little bit of extra room. So I'm just going to square them all up to 3.5 inches. So just 2 cuts. And now this half square triangle unit is all squared up. Now, there are notches on the side that I could use to come in and cut these off, and that'll get rid of the dog ears. I find that's a little more finicky than I prefer to have, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to square all of these up to 3.5 inches. And while I'm doing that, let's see what y'all are working on in the chat. Tell me what is under your needle tonight. What have you got going on? Oh, Missouri Star does sell them? Awesome. You can find the perfectly, I think it's called the Clearly Perfect Slotted Trimmers, and Missouri Star apparently has them. They usually come in a pack of 2. One of them does whole sizes while the other one does 1/2 inch sizes. Ooh, Christy's working on a string quilt. Kim is working on a rag quilt. How many of you are doing the quilt along and have made your block? What is the name of the ruler? It is the Clearly Perfect Slotted Trimmers. You have the corner snapped off of yours too? Yeah. Adam, it was an accident. I don't know how it happened. I think I dropped the ruler and it broke off. Linda is making a memory quilt. Randy is sewing her cleaning space tonight. Linny is working on a picture memory quilt of her cousin's family for her. You know, I have a special project that I need to get started on too. I'm a little nervous to cut the fabric, but I think I just need to dive in and cut it and not even worry about it. My stepdad has a niece, so I guess technically she's my cousin by marriage anyway. My stepdad has a niece who has collected all of these pillowcases from her granny. I think it's on her husband's side of the family, but I might be wrong. She has all of these old pillowcases, and she saved them for years and doesn't know what to do with them. And she asked me if I would turn them into a quilt, and I told her yes. So she gave me the pillowcases in July of last year, and I have them sitting in a box in my room. I started trying to cut them up and do something with them, and I got a little maybe intimidated or overwhelmed at the idea of cutting into all of those. And so I just kind of set it aside and I haven't done anything with it, but I think it's time to pull it out and do something. Shirley says, I did my churn dash. I am so anxious to do the next one. It's an easy sew, wasn't it? I use a square ruler for trimming folded HSTs, it works perfectly as long as you line up against the stitching line. That's right. I can show you how to do that too if anybody's interested. You don't have to buy all these extra notions. You can make do with what you have. So for those out there that don't want to spend the extra money, let me show you how to do it with the square ruler. So it's the same concept. You're going to bring your half square triangle unit in here fully, and I'll go to a full top. That way you can see a bit better. You're still going to leave it folded, but now you're going to find that 45-degree line on your ruler. And, hold on, this one isn't working the way I would expect it to work. So the Creative Grids rulers that I had, I definitely did this, but I think the way this works is you're going to have to move the ruler around. So I'm going to want to square it up to 3.5 inches. So I'm going to find 1, 2, 3.5. There's that black one. So I have the black line down below there, and then I'm just going to go like this, and then I'll turn it around and do the same thing, but this time, man, I'm going to tell you right now, there we go. This time I'm going to put the 3.5 line on that straight line that I just cleaned up. I don't think I did a really good job explaining how to use a square ruler for this. I promise you, I have done that before. I just think it's been a really long time. And there's something nice about this ruler, at least for me for tonight, because I don't really have to think. I just have to find that 3.5 inch mark and put it on the fabric and then clean it up. Painter's tape across the ruler works great once you've got the first measurement. That's a good idea. That's true. I heard that our weather is supposed to get down into the single digits this weekend. Lenny says, I'm going to do the quilt along when things slow down with 2 family members that are hospitalized. Oh my goodness. Line up the 3.5 inch mark on the seam on both sides of the ruler. Got it. Okay. Mary says, I finished my dinner. Now I can focus on what you're doing. What did you have for dinner, Mary? Someone says my Viking is having her first spa tomorrow, so I'm getting her ready for her trip. Melissa, yes, I did. We've got it. Thank you. Guess who Nancy says we are going to also. Brr. Yeah, I'll be sitting in front of the fireplace. Shirley in Alaska says they're getting a warm front up there. Sherry Gertens, my quilting world, says just start with getting your channel set up. I'm not sure what that's in relation to, but okay. Oh no, did Mona have frozen pipes? Oh no, Mona! Has Ian ever driven in snow? His new Subaru has 4-wheel drive, right? Just wondering. Don't know about the snow. I'm going to guess probably not. It does have all-wheel drive and snow settings and everything, but the roads are clear here. Ooh, Linda says we were at 50 today. We're plunging to 0 for a week. Oh, yuck. Nobody wants to leave the house when it's that cold. Oh, good idea. Free Spirit says, be sure to drip all of your faucets in the below freezing temperature. That's a good idea. Keep that water running. Just a little drip. Suzanne Taylor says, oh wow, it's negative 13 degrees Fahrenheit and a blizzard here, so watching you and staying warm. Northern California looks like it's 53 out. Lori says, we still haven't had one single snowflake. I guess I can go back to the other view so you can still see what I'm doing, but you can still see, whoop, this one. Hi. You can still see me, so it's not just my hands that you're looking at. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. I have no idea what I'm going to do with all these half square triangle units, but I bet it's going to be beautiful, and I am excited to also load it on the long arm and do some quilting on it. What do you guys think I should do? I'm going to move over to this ruler because it's a little bit bigger, and it's just going to make my life a little bit easier. Just a little bit bigger. Love the fabrics. Thank you. I'm going to bring these a little bit closer so I'm not reaching so far. Anything I can do to just shave down a couple of seconds makes a huge difference. So let me tell you a story. The house that we lived in Arlington had a gas furnace, forced air, I think is what they call it. It was a gas furnace. And the house we own now has electric heat, aka a heat pump. Well, in my sewing room, I also have a mini split, which is a smaller version of a heat pump. It's the same concept. There's a unit outside of the house that heats up or cools down the air that is outside and puts it into the house. Except the mini split only pulls air from the outside and circulates it, while at least the full house has the option of pulling some of the air from inside and heating or cooling it. So all that to say, earlier this week, it got really cold outside. And I think it was, I can't remember what day it was, but it was earlier this week. It was cold outside, and it felt like every day early this week, I could not get my sewing room above 66. No matter what I set it at. Like, I would have it set at 75, it was 66. That was it. That was all I was getting. And so I thought, well, you know, I think something might be happening with the mini split. And the reason why I thought that is because not only was the temperature not what I was setting it at, first world problems, but the fan would stop working before it got to the desired temperature. So it was like it was cutting off. I was like, is the thermostat bad? What's going on? Why is it not putting out the heat? So I called our HVAC guy and I had him come out and take a look at it. We had just had the furnace and everything serviced a couple of weeks ago, like right after Christmas. So I knew everything was working fine then, but I was like, what the heck? Did it break down in just the couple of weeks since I've been out here? So the guy comes out today and he takes a look at it and he does all of his measurements and all of his tests. And he's like, no, your mini split is working just fine. I was like, okay. He was like, here's how a mini split works. It takes the cold air and warms it up. And when it's really cold outside, There's only so much it can do. I was like, oh, okay. Sorry. He's like, it's normal for it to put out as much as it has. And then when it doesn't have any more heat to give you, the fan stops, because otherwise it's just going to start blowing cold air when it's on heat. And you don't want that. I was like, oh, no, I don't. So, how are your mom and mother-in-law doing, Becca? They're doing okay. Mom is in the front room relaxing in her recliner. She has not been in the sewing room once since she's been here. Maybe that will change in the coming week or so. My mother-in-law is doing a bit better. We did have a doctor's appointment this past week on Wednesday. So I got to work from home on Wednesday because Jason had to take her down to Harrisonburg for a doctor's appointment. They got her medications all situated. They referred her to the VA clinic in Fredericksburg, so we won't have to drive 2 hours to go to the doctor anymore. Now we'll just have to drive about 45 minutes or an hour to go. So there's that. But most importantly, we did spend a little bit of money last week, thanks to a couple of suggestions from some folks that I got emails from, and we bought 2 power lift chairs, one for the front room and then another one for Brenda's bedroom upstairs. So my mom and Brenda both have the same chair that they're sitting in. It is a power recliner, and it also has the lift capability to help them stand a little bit more independently. My mom's not really using the lift piece, but she is using the recline and the footrest. I don't know if Brenda's using the lift piece, but it's working out well. We got it off of Wayfair. Happy birthday, VR. Pat Strawhouse says, in case you're lurking, hey, Mama Nancy. She might be lurking. Never know when she'll pop up. Oh, yep, there she is. Mother-in-law Brenda, that's her name, so you guys know who we're talking about. Brenda still has we still need to get some care and things lined up for her. We're still working that out, but definitely better than we were this time last week. And that's why she hasn't been in the sewing room, because she got that chair? Yeah. Somebody had asked, do you have an extra heater? Did you bring an extra heater into the sewing room? I actually did. My mom has one of those old, like the radiator heater type units. It was in the basement, and we had it up in the front room, in the family room, sorry. We had it up in the family room for a little while. Nobody was in the basement, and I was cold in the family room when my desk was out there, and I was working from the family room, so I decided to put it there for a little while. And then I brought it into the sewing room for this week. And just today I was like, you know what? I am comfortable. I don't mind just putting on a couple of layers. I can be comfortable in here. And my mom really, like, it could be 75 and she's complaining that she's cold. Not joking. So I took her heater into her space. She's actually been upstairs a lot, which is warmer for her. She's not been in the basement as much. I think she probably would turn to an icicle if she was in the basement. So she's been upstairs in the recliner that we have in the living room. So I put the heater in the living room for her, and she's just kind of chilling there underneath an electric blanket, a quilt backed with Minky, and the heater going, and the thermostat is set to 71. Yeah, Mom's been having some stomach issues. I just moved my little shelf that's underneath my desk. I didn't mean to do that. Mr. Heater Blue Flame propane heaters are great area heaters. Oh, I'll have to remember that. This ruler likes to bounce around on me. But I'm almost done squaring, and then I can press and we can start sewing. Is she on blood thinners? Hubby freezes now that he is. I don't think so, but she could probably answer that better than I could. She's always been cold. Her whole life. Like, that's always been a thing. Any tips on, Melissa says, any tips when considering buying a long arm with automation? Test it and go for what your budget will allow. And make sure that you've got a local authorized dealer near you in case it needs servicing. Those are my tips. I will tell you, if you're looking to get something with automation, the bigger the throat space you have, the more passes you can do and the bigger designs you can do. So I would probably say, it just depends. It just depends. It just depends. Some folks are going to find that the Gallant, like the 15-inch ones, the entry level ones are just fine for what they need, even with or without automation. I've used those. I don't like them as much as I like my machine. I have the Handy Quilter Amara with Pro Stitcher Premium on it. I will tell you that the automation that comes, at least for Handy Quilter, the automation that comes for your Handy Quilter machines, if you have one of those 15-inch machines, the Pro Stitcher is a light version, so it can't do everything that the bigger machines can do. And I've heard that it stitches a whole lot slower with the automation than the bigger machines do. So if you decide to get the more economical solution, that's fine. Just be aware that you may outgrow it sooner than you think. A 20-inch. I would go for a 20-inch. I think the 20-inch is a sweet spot. I'm not a big shop. I don't need the 28 or 30-inch throat spaces, though those would be nice. The 20-inch is just fine for me. Just keep in mind when you're looking at the throat space on a long arm, that space is not what you're going to entirely get. You're going to want to take away about 5 to 8 inches, depending on how far down you are on the quilt. And that's about how much room that you're going to have to be able to actually quilt. With the 20-inch, I feel like I can easily quilt a 12-inch block if it's advanced on there. Hello, Josh. Almost done squaring these. Mary, Bible study tomorrow has been canceled. We're doing it next week. Scheduling conflicts. No Bible study tomorrow morning. Any idea what you're going to make with those squares? Nope. We'll figure it out when we get there. I only have 2 more to square up. Then I'm going to press them all. Then we're just going to figure it out. Ooh, Meg says her gas bill was $450 last month. Ouch. Hey, Jewel. Ooh, she's putting peach cobbler ingredients in the crock pot. I'll be right over. I'm going to make some meatballs in the crock pot tomorrow. Some Salisbury meatballs and some mashed potatoes to go over top of it. Melissa says, I want to do designs without learning free motion right now. I only feel comfortable doing straight line quilting on my small domestic machine. I'd get the 20-inch with the automation. All right, so let's press these. Now, I know I had another pressing surface around here somewhere. And of course, it eludes me because I am on camera and looking for it. So we're just going to pull my wool mat over there. You'll notice I am using a water bottle that is spill-proof this week. Hey, Katie, how are you? All right, so for each of these, none of these have white fabric in them, so it really doesn't matter what side I press to. I'm just going to pick them up and press them to one side, and I'm finger pressing right now while my iron heats up, and then I'll come in and set it with some heat. How many do you have? I should have 84 because I have 2 from each of the squares for my layer cake. And each one squares to 3.5 inches. How is the stain? It's gone. It's completely gone. Do you have any contrasting 4 patches? Nope, I do not. Although I could make some. Jewel says, you're welcome to come, Becca, but it's a long trip to Utah. It might be gone when you get here. Well, then maybe I won't go. Judy is asking, did the stain come out of the carpet from last week? Yep, it did. Becca must not have. What did I not, Sandra? What did I not have? Have you checked to see if they can give you any home aid? We did check. They said no, but we're going to check again with the VA in Fredericksburg when she gets settled in down there. And we're also looking at care.com and just paying out of pocket to have somebody come in once or twice a week just to do bathing and things. That makes about a 9x9 configuration. That's right. And then there will be 3 left over. The question just is, how are we going to lay out the 9x9? Maybe we could do it around the world. What do you think? Somebody's saying, I wonder what it would look like to do a disappearing 9 patch with half square triangle units. We could try that. Somebody's saying flying geese. Oh, Sandra says, hello, Becca. I asked when your next 2025 So Long is going to be. Is it tomorrow? I think it's awesome. No, it is the 2nd Saturday of every month. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. So I think, or is it the 1st? No, it's the 2nd Saturday of every month. Cross-reference with care against bright horizons. Okay, got it. Thank you, Josh. Look at all these that I've got to press. I need to get faster. So I'm just going to do, I'm not going to finger press before I heat press. I'm just going to do this. Awesome, Georgia. Thank you. Georgia says she signed up for the VIP program today. For those of you that are, your names are green here because you're a part of the YouTube Perks program or you're a part of my VIP membership on my website, they are separate and not the same. I cannot connect them. The Zoom that we're going to have is the Zoom for January is going to be next Sunday. So mark your calendar for that. Yeah, Josh says there was a lot of beautiful blocks for your month 1 of your sew along in your Facebook group. Yes, there sure were. I feel like I'm going to hit that cord. Right about now, I wish I had my cordless iron out. You're welcome, Sandra. Can you check with your county public health department? That's a good idea. I should. Joan says, I'm going to do the block of the month quilt, but we'll need to watch the replay. That day is my sewing group at the same time, but I did print off the first one and I will start it next week. It's a quick sew and I think you'll like it. And I think I'm going to pick out a few of my favorites to feature at the end of the following month's video. So your block, if you post a picture in my Facebook group, could be featured in the next month's video. So make sure to post pictures in the Facebook group. M. Smith says, I won a quilt kit on a previous live. It's the tartan plaid quilt. I've unsewn and resewn strips. Great Granny says, hello, Becca from Ontario, Canada. It's very cold here. So do you have 4 of each color? Yes, and sometimes I have 8 if there were 2. I have multiples of 4 of each color. We'll put it that way. Should that be this coming Sunday? I don't think so. Maybe? No. It would be next Sunday. Right? The last Sunday of the month. For the Zoom. It's always the last Sunday of the month. Christina says, hey, I made my first quilt block yesterday. Awesome. What did you make? They could make cool pinwheels. That's a neat idea. We might try that. And then once you put them together, there will just be, like, especially because there will be no sashing in between them, it'll be interesting to see how they come together. VIP Zoom is the 26th. Today's the 17th, so next Sunday. The churn dash is so easy. We did a block swap and I chose that one and made 12 of them in a few days. They are a great and easy block. If I remember right, last week you made crazy 8s. Is that what it was called? Where you take the square and you just snowball either side? This is the leftover from that. And that quilt is actually on the long arm right now. I've got about 2 more passes to do on it and it'll be fully quilted. And then I can get it bound and it'll be done. Shelby says, I'll be at Road to California. Depends on how things go. I might try to attend the Zoom for a bit. Well, if you see the guys, tell them I said hi. Sister Marie said, okay, then it's the 26th. Not sure of the name, but I'm working through the Alice's Wonderland 100 quilt block sampler. Fun. In my other sewing group last year, we did a churn dash swap. It was so fun. That's from Wanda Rogers. Are you using steam or a dry iron? I am using a dry iron. Susan, enjoy your visit with your daughter. Almost done. Although I'm really happy that I used that ruler because I'd probably still be trimming these had I pressed them and then tried to square them up by cutting all four sides. Oh, wait a minute. Is Laura Lynn going to be at Road to California? That's awesome. Tell her I said hi. You got to take a picture with her and send it to me. I feel like I've kind of fallen out of the loop with everybody and their plans. Becca, do you put something between your wool mat and cutting mat to absorb and keep heat and moisture from ultimately harming your cutting mat? If I'm going to be pressing for a long time, yes. But right now, this is a very small cutting mat, so there's nothing under it. Free Spirit says, I love that flashlight on your iron. You can iron your husband's shirts in the dark. Can you tell us about these new boards that you use now? Sure. Let me get through pressing these half square triangle units and then I can actually show you. Just don't let me forget. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Karen says, yesterday I attended a class to learn a sunburst block from Sunjita Shah, and I'm just now trimming the blocks. VR says, I'm heading off. Time to put praise and worship music on and mop my floors. Thank you for all the birthday wishes, everyone. You're welcome. Oh, the pile's getting smaller, isn't it? The only saving grace here is you get to see what each one of these half square triangle units kind of look like. Although the gray mat doesn't perform well on camera, it makes the colors not look so great, but you still can see the fabric. Teresa Ryan says, hello everyone, I have a small break at work, so happy I caught you live. Hello, Teresa. Cynthia Peel says, you're becoming my favorite end of day wind down watch. You're a good speaker and quilter, and I'm enjoying your show. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Hello, Joyce. Joyce Hernandez is here and says hello to everybody. You guys, I am going to a quilting group with the church that I've been, shall we say dating? I'm going to a quilting group on Monday, and I'll be meeting some of the quilters there for the first time. I'm kind of nervous, but I'm excited to have some quilty friends other than just Ian in the area too. So I do have a couple from Guild or whatever, but yeah, it'll just be nice. Although I don't know how much I'll be able to actually participate with them. They have Their quilting group meets one Thursday a month during business hours. So it's during the day. I will probably have to arrange to take time off if I want to go, but so I kind of foresee myself not going to all of them. Carol says, "You are a great teacher. You don't say all the time." So I don't, but I say so. That's the, oh, I just said, Great. Don't be nervous, Shelley said. I'll try not to be. Meeting new people, like in a setting like that, not where I'm going in at like Quilt Con's a little bit of a different story, but this is like me, this, like, so Becca meeting people is a little easier, but Becca meeting people can be a little frightening for me. Mary said, "Don't be nervous. Just go and enjoy yourself for a bit. And don't forget to wear your So Becca t-shirt." What time is it there? I am in Ontario, Canada, and it's 8:55 p.m. Well, it is the same time here. I am in the Eastern time zone. I'm in Northern Virginia. Two more to iron. I will, Zaza. I will absolutely. Boom, ba-dum, bum, boom, ba-dum, bum, bum. All right, there we go. These are all pressed, so I'm just going to move my mat out of the way. We're going to put it back over here on my side table. And now we're going to start trying to figure out what we're going to do. I don't think I'm going to, I don't know. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Let's see. Toss, I think we were talking about pinwheels at one point. If I do that, then I think I want to pair up all of the same half square triangle units together. So maybe I'll take a minute to do that. So that's that's one pinwheel if we do it. This would be a second pinwheel. That's 2, 3, and 4. That could be another pinwheel. One, 2, 3, 4. That's another pinwheel. Three, 4. That's another pinwheel. I'm just stacking them together, assuming that we're going to make pinwheels, unless I see something in the chat that just makes me go, ooh. Oh, Sandra says, any plans for collaboration to include Tiffany, Donna? Actually, no. I don't have any collaboration plans in the works at all. And that is largely due to my work schedule. I don't have really the time to put into thinking through all of that stuff. But I will be seeing Tiffany at QuiltCon next month. There's another pinwheel. There we go. There we go. Man, this is, oh, that one goes here. 3, 4, over there. That is now 4. That goes there. 1. Is this 4? 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's 4. That's 1, 2. There we go. 1, 1, 2. That goes there. 3, 4. 1, 2. 3, 4. Is that 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is an extra one. Okay. I don't know why I have one odd man out. Oh, these are the same. 1, 2, 3. I bet I mixed it up. Great. Now I get to go through and find them. Hold on. Gotta find the yellows. There it is. That's what I did. The yellow pile I mixed up. So I have this. This goes there. That goes here. So this is a set and this is a set. Okay. So all of these can be half square triangle units. I should have 84. These two, this is 2 red and 2 pink because I got 3 of each of these. So I have those as extra. We'll deal with those later. I think for right now, I'm just going to make some pinwheels, right? Could you do a carpenter's wheel? I'm not sure, just wondering. Well, let's kind of start off with, you know what? Let's put these in rainbow order because then maybe I can do some patchworkies. So I'll do like the pink, the red, the pink, orange, yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow, hey, yellow. So those are yellows. These are pinks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 oranges. Another orange. These are kind of yellow into the green. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this would be kind of here. This is solidly green. So we'll put them here. This is definitely blue. This is kind of blue into purple a little bit, so I'll put these down over here. There's a lot of blue in this, by the way, if you're curious. And do that. Do that. 2, 3, 4. We'll put this here. There, darker blue. This is green. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh. I literally don't know what I'm going to do with all these. I'm just sorting them right now. Jamie says, joining late, trying to clean out my closet. This will be yellow. And then we've got some purples here. And then there, and then these are red. 3 and 4. And then these are pink. Okay, what do I do? Help me. Help me figure, oh, my feet, I had 2 pairs of socks on. My feet were getting hot. All right, what should I do? Tell me, I'm watching the chat. How about pinwheel mug rugs? Looking at the chat to see what y'all say to do. I really honestly don't know. And I don't think I could do a carpenter's star. I don't think. That's like the 3rd time I've heard a disappearing block. No pinwheels. Who wants to come to South Carolina and help me build my shelves for my scrapbooking room? Did you have something in mind when you put these together? No, these were just excess from the quilt I made last week. These are the stitch and flips. So no, I didn't have anything. Flying geese could be fun. You know, they could be. A trip around the world. since you have more blue than the rest of the colors have, since you have more blue than the rest of the colors, have all the colors in the center and then work with the blue on the outside. On point with the black on the bottom. Just start laying them out. Oh, Christy says a rainbow child's quilt. Simple, quick, and easy. Maybe. Let's just see if we do maybe like a stripe like this. I don't know if this is going to work, but that could be one stripe, right? And then we might have to go in and add some pieces in here, but let's just see what we can do. So now we'll have a black. Got to kind of get them up. You know what I need? Hold on. You know what I need? I need a design board of sorts. And I do believe I have, oh no, I can't get to it easily. Maybe if I move this over. Oh, hey, there's that table that I think Nicole's looking for. Let me get this, hold on. Okay. I stole this idea from Ian, but I do think it's going to help me tonight because I really don't think that the quilt's going to be very big. Let me just go get my little, I have a little design board that I can put up over here so we can kind of see what this might look like. Let me just grab that. Oh, bumping into stuff. Okay. You guys can kind of see, yeah? So I'm wondering, I can do 9 by 9. Won't be very big. But what if I do something like this? Let's turn this so you guys can kind of see a little bit more. There we go. Where we're just kind of building out some stripe like that. So there's a red, and I'll set those aside. Let me pick up some oranges. And now we're going to do black to the black, like this. And I've got 2 different orange prints, and I want it to look a little patchworky, so I am going to kind of mix it up just a little bit. Not going to worry if I've got 2 of the same orange touching each other. I'm just going to fill in orange in there. So now I've got an orange stripe, but this orange stripe probably needs to be a little bit longer, like that, like crossed. It's about halfway there. So I've got an extra orange, so those are my extra reds. Now I need some yellow, and these kind of read as yellow to me. So we'll fill in some yellow. Put the black in there. Can you still see what I'm doing? Going to make it a patchworky yellow. Put this one up here. That's at 5. Might have to go get the other board. So there's some yellow. And now let's put some, that reads more green next to it, but I do need to fill in I don't know what that says. Oh, Free Spirit says, it's like kindergarten, felt board study time. Yeah, that'll work. That kind of reads a little yellow, right? But I do need to kind of square it off up here. So we're going to go like that. And there we go. So that's kind of how we got that. Now I need to do some green. So these could be my greens. Fill it in here. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 2 more rows over here to see if this will even work. I might sew this up, like this part up, and then keep adding to it. There we go. Oh, I'm 1 green shy. Right here, I got a hole. Shoot. I bet one of these yellows could maybe read as a green, like that. Yep, that kind of reads as a green. All right, so there's my green. Definitely looks patchworky, doesn't it? Especially where you have the dark and the light greens. All right, blue. I've got the most blue. I feel like I need a whole nother board for the blue and then the purple. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Okay, this is what we can do. We can sew 4 patches together and then put those up there. So I'm going to sew these 4 together. That's going to take up a seam allowance, which is going to make it just lay together a little bit better on the board. It's going to shrink up. So we're just going to sew some 4 patches together and put them back on the board. I'm trying to make more room on the design board so I can finish laying things out. Let me see. The only problem with this is I'm not sure I picked it up in the right orient. I did. Okay, good. I was afraid it... Oh, no. Well, that one's not going to work. And that one's not... Is this just too big? Did I cut this one too... I think I did. Yep, okay. That one was not going to work because I didn't trim it down all the way. It's much bigger than it should be. Okay. See if this will go together the way I hope it will. Okay, so there's a 4 patch. And this one's going to go back up here. And what I'm going to do is keep building the 4 patches that are fully filled in all the way across and put them back up there. And I may even join them to the previous 4 patch if they're filled, if it's there. The Sesame Street song is stuck in your head now? Okay. There's another one. Give that a little press. And we'll put that back up here so we can see that. Then I'm going to pick my next 4 patch up just like this, starting to make a little bit of room. Is it the second glass of wine, or is the sewing machine camera a bit jumpy? Oh, is it jumpy? It shouldn't be. Here, let's do that again. Tell me if it's a little bit jumpy. Jumpy as in like, oh, it might be the autofocus. Let me see if I can turn that off. Or the auto lighting, whatever that is. It's not moving, it's not bouncing, it's just, right? Is that what you're saying? Oh, no, something looks up with the focus on it. Interesting. I'll take a look at the settings on that in a minute. But first, let's press. Okay, this is yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Now I'm going to put these 4 patches together. There we go. One more. if you guys don't know, on Monday, I think it's at noon Eastern time, Ian is going to be hosting a live sale event with Caterpillar. If you are interested in picking something up, pop over, support his channel. You can just watch, you don't have to buy. But he'll have some special deals that he's curated for you with Caterpillar. There we go. Okay. There we go. So there's our first couple of rows starting to come together. I'm going to do the same thing with the second row down. I'm going to continue building those little 4 patches just to shrink up some of the space. Becca, you should put a track at the top of your shelves that you can use. Oh, that you can use when you need a design wall, and just put the board on it. Yeah, okay, that what you said. I can't read all the words, but I know what you're talking about. I've been thinking about something like that. The thing is I want the design board to have. I want it to be a board. I don't want it to be flimsy and floppy. So I don't know. Figure it out. Joyce is saying hi to herself. Hello, Mennonite Farmhouse. Yeah, like a barn door. Okay. All right. Oops, this goes this way. Now we're going to do these. I keep hitting this on the way back. Have you seen the one that Irene of Sugary Dew has that moves on a track in front of her shelves? Hers looks very strong. No, I haven't. I should go over there and look. And then I want to build one like that. Thanks. Yep, like a barn door. I've got the song Halo from Beyonce stuck in my head tonight. All right. This will go right in that hole. And now I've got one more 4 patch I've got to sew if I'm going to put all the 4 patches that are complete together. So let's do this one, and then we'll start filling it in. Better than the unicorn song, Zaza says. Prior to mounting my design wall on the wall, I covered the 4x8 sheets of insulation with flannel and moved them against my bookcases when needed. That's a good idea, Susan. Okay, this is the rest of that yellow one. Okay, now we can start trying to fill this in just a little bit more. So this is going to be up here. This is going to be here. Let me move these around. I know you can't see anything but my back right now. I'm sorry. There we go. We'll just kind of scooch it over. Okay. So those are the greens. Now we're going to do the blues. Except we got some green down here that we'll have to do. But right now, I'm just trying to fill in the blue. Uh-oh. I don't have a green up here. Oh, wait. Did this one work as a green before? Got to kind of finish it out. It'll be fine. We'll just say it's yellows going into the greens. That'll be good. We're not going to worry about it. I'm not going to stress. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. There. 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 Okay. You know what we're going to have to do? We're going to take this and set it aside because I need the room. These are blocks that are made and we can figure out where they go later because it's all in rainbow order. So, this is now a finished, this is a finished 4 patch that we can put over there. Oh my gosh, this is making my brain hurt. Basically the panel isn't big enough to hold what I'm trying to do, so we'll figure it out one way or the other. The fabric patch has 4x8 panels movable for their retreats. Works great if you can't leave it up. Your dine is better than any of the other suggestions. I think this was actually someone's suggestion. a rainbow stripe. It's hurting my brain, guys. It's hurting my brain. I think what I'm going to do is lay it out on the floor right here and just kind of pick up my pairs. Trust me on this. And then as I sew it, I'll put it up there so you can see it. Because I need to fill in the holes, and I can't do that with the way it's laid out right now. So this is my red. Yep, that'll work. And then this is orange. You guys are all seeing my backside. There's my orange. Now I need the yellow into the green. Right there. Perfect. And then this goes here. Does it? No, it goes here. That's right. Okay. And then these go down here. 1, 2. I feel like I'm doing chair aerobics. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everybody do it. All right. And then these are up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Duh. This one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more over and then we're good. And that's going to be the blue. Okay, good. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. You just can't see it yet. But you will very soon, I promise. Okay. There's 1. There's 2. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many times can I count to freaking 9? This is 8. There we go. That looks good. Okay. Here's the problem. We went from quilting to chair yoga in one live stream. Yes, that's true. Oh, you guys can kind of see it on the floor, can't you? Okay, I don't have enough purple to fill that out, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I'm decreasing now. Okay. You can kind of see it on the floor a little bit if I move the chair out of the way. Hi, Nikolai. Let me move this out of the way and then you can... Nope, that made it worse, didn't it? Now you can kind of see it down here. We're going to fill this in. Well, there goes a dog bone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. Okay. Okay. We're decreasing, and we're going to have to start repeating the colors. I don't have enough of the purple, but I do have some dark blues that I could work in here. They didn't give you a lot of purple in the boutiques. If I do that though, I just need to, I want to flip it around so that the purple's pointing up. showing my butt off. I'm showing my butt off. Okay. There we go. Now, I have a, this row is purple and blue, but we're going to deal with it. I'm going to bring my pinks. One, two, three, four, five, six. I'm going to bring the last couple of reds that I have. 1, 2, 3. And then I have 1 orange and 2 yellows. 1 orange and 2 yellows. We'll finish that off. Whoo! With this many left over. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you guys. You can't see it. We'll see if it works. We'll see if it works. Okay, so I'm going to just do it row by row and then put it up on this board as we go. So those are put together. I need to sew these together this way. Get my steps in today, boy. Take a couple of seams and I'll have my first 2 rows that I can put on the board behind me. Okay. I think it was like this. Yeah. Okay. So that was on the end. These go together here. And who would have thought, like, this would have just gone in a trash pile normally. But it's going to make a cute little rainbow quilt. It could be a doll quilt or an infant quilt. And it was just waste from the quilt that I did last week. So it literally didn't cost me anything but my time. Okay, and now we'll put this on the end. I'm not stressing too much about nesting my seams and getting my points perfect. I'm just trying to get this done. I like your apron. I made one for myself. This is the apron that I have. All right, there are the first 2 rows. Let me know if you can see that. You should be able to. It's a little too far over. That's my first 2 rows. I could make it into a pillow. It would be a big pillow. Well, maybe not. I mean, yeah. It could be a floor poof. Right? Especially if you did like a black strip around it. So that would be kind of neat. You can make it a floor poof. Okay, let's get the next row. Ah, almost rolled over my rows. Literally an inch away. Okay. 4 patch, 4 patch, 4 patch, 4 patch. Let's make these 2 4 patches. Floor pillow, yep. Comfy floor pillow, yep. A blast gusset around it and a solid bottom. Yep. So I was thinking. Zaza said, dogs would totally steal it if it was on the floor cushion. If it was on the floor. There we go. All right. A floor pillow near where Ian's chair is for when he's there in case he falls on the floor. I mean, you're not lying. Making 4 patches. Oh, Judy says it's very colorful and babies love bright colors and they say that the bright colors stimulate them. I don't have any friends that have babies. They're all out of that phase of their life. Becca, flip the second row so we can see what it will look like. That's all sewn together. That's all sewn together. I'm not sure what flipping that upside down will do. Becca, you crack me up. What did I do? Georgia says, I'm finally getting a great grandbaby this summer and I was about to give up hope. Well, congratulations. After you sew the second row together, lay it flipped up on the design board. Flipped up. Lay it flipped up. I'm processing what you're saying, and I'm not sure I'm fully comprehending. My second 2 rows are together. So, you mean like flipped up? Wait, hold on. I'm missing. It's over there. It's not fully done. Zigzag it. Oh, zigzag it? Ooh, I don't know if that will work. Maybe. We'll try. Opposite direction. Oh, a chevron look. Oh, okay. My brain is not computing how I'll be able to get a chevron out of this, but we'll see. Hold on. Okay. You said flip it up. So here's the thing. If I flip it up, it's going to be the same. Because if you look at it, it's an odd number, so there is a definite center. And this sticks out like a sore thumb, I know, but it is the design. But there's a black half square triangle unit in each opposite corner. So I don't think I can get the chevron look. If you turn the second row so they go in the direction. Okay, listen, I've got these 2 rows sewn together, these 2 rows sewn together. Tell me what to do and I will do it. I will wait. Do, 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 do. That's the way it's supposed to go. It doesn't work. Show us the back. Okay. Here's the back side. Did you not get enough of my backside when I was bent over picking up the fabric? All right. Okay, now we can start cooking with oil. Okay. Leave it as you have it laid out. Okay. Okay. Thanks. On the board, please. Okay. You want to see the back side of it? Oh, look at you, Jonathan. Look at you, Jonathan. That's what it would look like if you did chevron. But I would like all of my right sides to be on the top of the quilt. And I don't want to expose my seams. So yeah, I won't be sewing it like this, but there you go. Thanks, Jonathan, for helping me understand that. I appreciate it. Okay. I am picking these up very carefully and making sure that they're staying oriented the right way. And you're looking at my booty. Sorry. Ooh, twerk, twerk. I can't believe I just did that. I also realized my shirt is riding up and you can see my lower back. But this is what happens when you become a quilter. Uh-oh. I think I screwed something up. Oh, poop. Why do I have 2 there and 3 there? Oh, poop. Okay, well, we're going to take these. We'll leave that mess down there for another time. Hold on. All right. Okay. Okay. Okay, I got you. I smell what the rock is cooking. Call it a night, Becca. LOL. I can't. It's not done yet. It's almost done. It's almost done. We gotta finish it. We gotta finish it. But my shirt is riding up in the back. Most unflattering view ever. We really need to get a design wall back there, huh? Oh no. So that happened. Seam ripper time. I just put these two on upside down. If you want to know what the chevron looks like, that was it. Dawn says, I'm laughing so hard. Are blue and purple on 3 and 4 sewn wrong? No, you'll see when I didn't have enough purple, so, I mean, maybe, but at this point, I'm not changing it. You guys, if I have to pull the seam ripper out one more time, I will call it a night, because 3 mistakes means we're done with the project for a little while. Okay. This is how these two should be sewn together. Like this. What thread do you use for long arming, please? I use Glide 40 weight. Glide 40 weight. Ooh. Ooh, what the heck was that? I don't know, but it didn't sound good. And the whole machine just came unthreaded. It sounded like I broke a needle, but I did not break a needle. I don't know what happened. The technical difficulties might be getting into the sewing machine. Okay. All right. There we go. Let's try this again. Slowly. Oh, tension's not right. But I know why the tension is not right. It's not threaded properly. Let's try that. Okay, let's try this now. That sounds better, and tension looks good. I have no idea what happened, but it did get through the seam, so there's that. Check the bobbin. I will. But it's a fresh bobbin, so it should be okay. You could have bent a needle. Check. Oh, I just replaced this needle too. I'll just replace the needle, because sometimes telling if it's bent or not can be a pain in the catucus. And I'd rather just replace one, because you can buy them in large quantities, and I have a ton. I will say though, putting a new needle into this machine is not super easy. Not for me anyway. Oh, of course. You're going to prove me wrong and just make it real easy? Okay. Hold on. Can't get it. Finding the hole on this thing. And getting it lined up. Oh, well, it would help if the flat side was pointed in the right direction. There we go. It only goes in one way. There we go. All right, let's check the bobbin too to make sure we're okay. Okay. Zaza said, hats off to you for even attempting to use those half square triangle units. I would have used them for months, then end up donating them. That sounds better. All right. All right, Ruby. Oh, Ruby. I'm gonna do some web piecing, web piecing, web piecing. If I break one more thing. Okay, I quit. It's making the noise again. What is that noise from? It's like a loud click. You know what it is? The thread. I don't know why the spool is hitting something. Oh. Hold on. Something's off. Something is way off. We might be calling it a night, and I'll have to finish this off camera because Ruby is having a hissy fit over something. Holy cow! How did that happen? But I have got all of this thread in the bobbin. Oh, there's some more. It's all wrapped around it. There's some more. There's some more. Oh, that's the top thread. That should be there. Well, we're going to pull it back up to the top. That was weird. Okay, let's reload the bobbin into the case. Check the tension. Put it back in. No, I don't have a thread stand. I just have what's on the machine. Okay. There we go. I must have just gotten a bit of a thread, a nest. Okay, let me try again, make sure it's still sewing. Yeah, and no, it's not. My finger just makes a mess of thread in the bobbin sometimes, and yet lint usually causes mine. Well, there is a little bit of lint down there, but not that much. A mug works as a thread stand. Okay. Well, I don't have a mug in here right now, but I'll remember that for future. Okay, this is a good sign. Yeah, right. Now we're cooking with Crisco. Although I forgot where I was. And you know what? I think I'm going to stop. And I'll finish it in the morning because, yeah, my brain hurts, but that's what I'm making. And I'll show it to you finished next week. Was there anything else I wanted to tell you? VIP Zoom is next week on Sunday, January 26th. Block of the month, the sew along, the second block of the month will hit on the second February of February. The second Saturday of February. I don't know what block I'm gonna release next, but I'm excited to get another one in your hands. Also, don't forget the Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt clues are going to start shipping soon. And if you want to sign up, Ian has a code. I think it's Ian Flyaway or Ian Fly or something like that. I don't know. Check out his videos. He'll let you know. Thank you, friends, so much for sewing with me and watching me shake my booty as I did calisthenics and cardio, bending over to get the fabric off the floor. I'll see you guys all next week. Bye.